Not much of a game at all in the AFC North. Remember, last year the Bengals could not beat the Ravens, could not beat the Steelers. You would think maybe on opening night they would go in there and do something, but they did not.
Who would pick them to win? Oh, wait, I did pick Cincinnati to win.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Is that what you did? Well, there you have them honoring Art Modell before with the sticker on their helmet.
It was real simple. From the start, Andrew, it was the Joe Flacco show. Listen, there we go. We see Torrey Smith, big throw down the field. We all wanted to see the growth out of this young quarterback. Obviously, we saw it tonight.
That was 52 yards to Torrey Smith. Then, after a 3-0 lead with the Justin Tucker field goal, little Smith around end for 13 yards. You like that?
I like the misdirection. Get them going one way, take them the other.
You know, they really pulled everything out of their bag of tricks here.
Ray Rice, I like the catch. John Gruden said it wouldn't show up on the stat sheet. Joe Flacco, little behind him. But this is what you paid the man for.
And that picks up a first down. Exactly. Little guy gets the first down there. 3 plays later, this drive is still going. This drive's eating up clock. 3-0 already.
Give it to him, Montelich.
Did he get touched for the 7-yard touchdown, guys?
No. You see big 44? Someone just shied away from contact.
How big those muscles are? You think they want to touch him?
No, I wouldn't. The guy's my height. The guy's like 900 pounds and my height, 10-0. Second quarter, Jacoby Jones did not do much in the preseason, but he comes alive here, the former Raider, for 25. That gets it down to the 40.
I'll tell you what, if Joe Flacco spins that ball like this throughout the season, he can say he's one of the premier quarterbacks in the NFL.
There's been a Terrence Newman sighting.
Or if Terrence Newman would have timed that a little bit better, but, you know.
Hey, man.
2 plays later.
Call like I see it.
Once again, what if?
Now on the 34. This is pretty, isn't it?
Oh, what
Anquan Bolden with a 34-yard touchdown behind Taylor Mays.
Yeah,
it's all pretty, but the safety.
The safety play was horrible. We're going to talk about that later, but. You know, Anquan Bolden, not a deep threat.
Horrible call.
You really can't see it.
That ball came out, Darren.
It was a bad view. You couldn't tell. Give him the touchdown.
I think the ball was moving. 17-3.
See, I mean, this just isn't smart. Come on, safety. Taylor Mays. You see the ball. If you have any awareness, you see the ball flying by your head and it's not going to get caught. Don't launch yourself into a defender because it's not going to only cost your team. It's going to cost your pockets.
But you said if you have any awareness, maybe that's the issue.
That is the issue.
Taylor Mays flagged for 15 of the hit there on Ed Dixon. He's likely going to be fined as well. Ravens eventually punted in. What a night, Andrew Hawkins. Remember Artrell Hawkins? This is his little brother.
They about the same size.
Yes, sir.
Right. Artrell's now doing radio.
With that deep voice he has.
Yeah, that's 27 yards. And then 10 plays later, Andy Dalton can't cash in. Ed Reed knocks it away. This is inside of a minute remaining. So it's 4th and 1. What do you do here, 4th and 1, Marvin?
You go for it.
Yeah, you go for it. Ben Jarvis, Green, Ellis.
I would like to see more of Ben Jarvis, Green, Ellis. You know, they were effective running the football, and they tried to put the game in a young quarterback's hand against a veteran defense. I just did not see the sensibility in doing that.
Got away from him, though.
Well,
yeah,
you know what?
It did, but you got to stick to your game plan.
Touchdown there. This made it a game going into the third quarter. Final score doesn't make it look like a game, but there it did. Here's Andy Dalton on the quarterback draw. That's a 3rd and goal on the 11th play of a drive. He doesn't get it. Mike Nugent ticks the field goal. So now it's 17-13. Heath, you love the fullback
there. That's a highlight of Montelich, Ray Maluga coming up in there, little speed draw.
You can tell who's a fullback. Point out a fullback block.
Hey, they had him highlighted on the screen. You didn't see it?
Hey, Montelich is number 45 on our top 100, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Dennis Pitta, jump ball for the touchdown.
Or lower. Should be closer to number 1 is what it should be.
That's just Flacco having trust in his receiver. Great play. Toss and catch by Flacco.
All right, couple of possessions later. Can Andy Dalton bring them back?
Not
when Ed Reed is in the building.
Man, you do not want to throw it in that guy's area. Let's believe. And I'm telling y'all keep throwing it to Ed. He's about to catch me.
We don't want him to catch Derek.
You keep throwing it in his direction.
He has caught you most return yardage ever.
Yeah, but we're talking about picks.
Okay, well, with
he's
this
getting
pick
close.
6,
he's getting close.
Passed Rod Woodson, and you're third now.
I am third.
For most return yardage ever,
Darren.
I
don't have that record. We're talking about interceptions, and he's getting close.
Right.
Stop throwing it in the Ed Reed's direction, please.
Right. Well, Ed Reed would go down the tunnel. He would eventually return. They'd look at his hamstring. Now it's the 4th quarter. Again, still a game, kind of. 34-13.
Nice play, Ray Lewis.
Yeah, it was. Ray Lewis, fumble. Ladarius Webb recovers at the 28.
Yeah.
And then Haloti Ngata came down on the shoulder there. Dalton kind of walks up the field with an ugly look on his face.
Who made the block?
Vonta.
My man, Vonta.
I think it's more about the number 44 than, maybe not.
Ray Rice, 1-yard touchdown for the capper. Mighty Mouse, mighty. At the end, Ravens had a field goal and win 44-13. You know, for everyone saying that this is the Steelers division, the Ravens were 12-4 last year and this close to winning the AFC Championship. They lost at the very, very end to the Patriots.
Took place in Philadelphia. Ravens and the Eagles. Joe Flacco looking to stay hot. He's your Week 1 Offensive Player of the Week. And Michael Vick trying to bounce back. Yeah, they won in Cleveland, but
he wasn't sure Week 1 Offensive Player of the Year with 4 picks.
4 picks. Good shot to Brent Selleck on the 3rd play of that drive. 4th and 1 for the Eagles. And they convert, but Pelosi not.
How many times do we see this? Him getting up off the ground a lot.
Well, he carried it 10 times today, was sacked twice, and hit a number of other times. I'm sorry. I love the way Mike Vick plays. And as exciting as he is, there's no way he can stay healthy for a full 16 playing like this.
All tied at 7. Another way to turn the football over. Vick and Bryce Brown can't get the exchange down, and recovered by Albert McClellan at the Eagles' 30.
That's just inexcusable.
Yeah. That's something that dates back to training camp.
Yes.
Handing the ball off.
That means you don't get the football a whole lot going forward the rest of the
Ravens take advantage. How about that throw off his back foot? Joe Flacco, right where he wanted to put it to Jacoby Jones.
To show the accuracy of his back foot and beating the guy off the line of scrimmage. It's a little stutter go here.
And what was that dance at the end?
I don't know.
You know, I think what we found out the first 2 weeks of the season is it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens offense leading the way, and the defense is playing second fiddle.
LaShawn McCoy up the middle, hit by Ladarius Webb, fumble recovered by Ray Lewis.
Did I just say that? Maybe the defense isn't. I didn't say they were bad.
Yeah,
I just think the offense is leading the way. That's all I would say. No retraction, none.
3rd quarter, the Ravens getting in on the giving the football away act. Flacco intended for Dennis Pitta, intercepted by D'Amico Ryans.
Nice play by D'Amico. Great free agent acquisition you talk about for this defense. Philadelphia is going to need him to play big all year long.
Eagles take advantage. 3rd down and 3 at the Ravens' 23. 6th play of this drive. Vick looking deep to Jeremy Maclin. Eventually going to let it go. Wide open. 23-yard touchdown. Wow. Eagles trail 17-14.
What that does, whenever you get a Michael Vick on the perimeter, it draws your defense up. Next thing you know, you have a receiver wide open in your backfield.
Also has a pretty good side end in Brent Selleck. We've seen him once here in this package. Nice time for Michael Vick. Underneath to Selleck. Hurdles Ed Reed. We predicted that.
You called that.
Saw it coming. Saw it coming about 5 yards.
When it happened, Paul said, watch this, a hurdle's coming, and wouldn't you know, Selleck hurdles Ed Reed.
Keep your head up, Ed.
It's the first time I've impressed Tom in 3 years.
Then Paul was insufferable. He was so high on himself after that call.
17-17 after a field goal. Vick to Brent Selleck, picked off by Ray Lewis.
This is the opportunistic guy, Ed Reed, always around the football. He keeps creeping up closer and closer to me in picks.
Covered by Ray Lewis, picked off by Ed Reed.
Consistently for 10 years, it's not luck any longer. It's just being in the right place at the right time.
Yes, it is.
Flacco wants Jacoby Jones down the sidelines. 25-yard score.
That might be the best pass that Joe Flacco makes. Him on the outside throwing the fade, he has the most accuracy I've seen out of any ball he throws. And he's the most accurate on these throws.
And Jacoby creates a little space with a little shove, and that one's coming back.
Pass interference, Baltimore.
They called an offensive pass interference.
Can you believe that?
Did they really call that?
They did.
Keep these replacement officials around.
Well, they called this a fumble. They called this initially a fumble.
You know, it's give or take. You can only expect him to be good at so many times.
And that is obviously a pass attempt. The Eagles are going to get another opportunity.
Next play, 3rd and goal at the 1. Vick keeps it himself right up the middle. Philadelphia touchdown. Eagles leading by 1.
Well, I can understand why you call a quarterback sneak there or the quarterback draw, and you want him running the football in those situations, but you have to protect him.
4th down and 2 for Joe Flacco. Incomplete.
Wow.
Turnover on downs, and the Eagles come from behind to win at home.
Big win.
And they win despite turning the football over 4 times.
4 interceptions last week.
But you can't keep living like that. You can't keep living like that. Turning the football over, it's going to catch up with you sooner or later.
Philadelphia, 1-point win over Baltimore.
AFC Championship game rematch, and the Ravens receiver Torrey Smith playing just hours after his younger brother Tevin Jones died in a motorcycle accident. Smith tweeted about his 19-year-old brother, writing, "Be thankful for the ones you love." Now, John Harbaugh said it's up to you whether or not you want to play. Torrey Smith played, and Michael, did he play well?
Yeah, he played well. He showed up, man. He showed up for his brothers on the field, and he showed up for his brother in heaven. And every time he made a play, he pointed up, and you could just see he was overtaken with emotion. But he's one of the reasons, a big reason, they won today.
That flag was picked up, by the way, and the Patriots led 13-7 at that point. Third quarter. Opening Ravens drive. Torrey Smith again.
Once upon a time, this guy only ran deep routes. Now he's been able to run multiple routes. And when you see a fast guy that is willing to go inside, you got yourself a receiver.
That 32-yard catch led to this. Ray Rice up the middle for 7 yards, and the Ravens have a 1-point lead. This one was back and forth all night. Deion Branch, who gets lit up by Ed Reed, flagged on the play.
A hit physical game.
That was a clean hit.
That's old football. That's football right there. That was football.
Yeah, but I tell you what now, I got to give the Patriots some credit now. The Patriots were physical. They played more physical than I've seen them play in a long time.
Led to a New England field goal and a 9-point lead. Fourth quarter, Flacco again to Torrey Smith. 16 yards on that to the Patriots 42. 4 plays later, Flacco sacked by Chandler Jones, who was playing his brother in this game, and his other brother, John Jones, held on to his UFC championship on Saturday night. However, there was, speaking of holding on Brandon Spikes. Is this call okay?
No, I don't like this call. Now watch. Who's holding who? Who's holding who?
Yeah, he had his hand outside the shoulder.
Sets up first and goal at the 5. Flacco to, you know it?
Yes.
You know it.
We've seen him catch balls inside. We've seen him go outside. You've seen him get deep. Now, this is the best part of it for me, that he's a fighter. He's down in the end zone, and he fights back, and he goes and get that football.
6 catches for $127 and 2 scores. Now, Ray's like, guys, we got to stop him. We're down 2. It's 3rd and 8. Let's get it. And they do. Intercepted by Ladarius Webb. However,
Hold it on.
yeah, we've got another penalty.
I love Webb as a cornerback, but something's wrong when you have 2 receivers within the same area.
Illegal contact on Webb against Wes Welker.
You got to let him go, baby.
Welker did have 8 catches to tie his season total coming into this game, and also a penalty on John Harbaugh for coming out of the field. It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Hey, the league put out letters saying, all right, head coaches, players, everybody, calm it down and let's act accordingly.
3rd and 16 for the Patriots. Brady to Rob Gronkowski, incomplete. Brady finished with 335 through the air and a score. So the Ravens get it back. They got to go almost 80 yards just to get a touchdown, but they don't need one. They need a field goal. And look who's coming up big time. It's Jacoby Jones.
Jacoby Jones, that great acquisition from the Houston Texans.
4 plays later, Flacco overthrowing Anquan Bolden.
Every now and then, like this is one of those, what am I thinking about right now? Thank you, Father, not letting that get intercepted.
Flacco this time for Jacoby Jones, who can't come down with it, but Devin McCourty, that's P.I.
Mama Jones.
Well, all right, so now it comes down to a kick just like last year's AFC Championship. Remember Billy Cundiff down the road in D.C.? So now it's the rookie Justin Tucker from Texas. Is it what?
No.
Look at Vince Wilfork in the end zone.
He can't tell if it's good or bad.
Wow.
And
And look at Bill Belichick, because the Patriots are thinking we win this game.
You don't know. It went in there. It went in there. He got it. He got in there.
Well, Coach, whoa, easy.
Hey, don't put your hands on
we sent you a letter. We sent you a letter.
Because of Thursday Night Football, taking on the Ravens.
A game that featured, gentlemen, 70 years worth of NFL officiating experience.
Is Gene lubed up? Is he Vaselined up?
He's got more grease than Ray.
The refs are back and they're tested early, guys. A scary moment here, Sean.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see, and certainly for the Cleveland Browns, they need Josh Cribbs, and a very scary play for him, and luckily he was able to get up and walk off under his own power.
Yeah, he stays down for several minutes. Ultimately, as you said, leaves under his own power. It's a concussion, Pat Shurmur says afterwards. He doesn't come back, but he is moving. That's good. Not good. It was a fumble, legal hit, so the Ravens have the ball. But not for long, Willie.
We call this a radar. That linebacker's radar and that receiver. Poorly thrown ball by Flacco. Threw the ball right into traffic, Lindsay.
Flacco's first red zone interception in 126 attempts, and we're scoreless after 1 quarter of play. Ravens moving the ball better, though, in the second quarter, Sean.
Yeah, definitely doing a better job, and Flacco really, he started to get some rhythm and make some big throws and really some big catches by Torrey Smith.
Yeah, the young wideouts coming up big for them on this this drive. Tandon Doss, Torrey Smith, and then when they're looking for the end zone, here they go back to that guy.
Torrey Smith is just picking up where he left off from last game. Seems to be on fire the first half, and Joe Flacco's favorite target.
6 plays, 85-yard drive. Ravens up 6-zip. Not 7, extra point, no good. As for the Browns, they punted on their first 5 possessions. Finally, on their 6th try, they put together a good drive.
That's what I'm talking about, Little. Make a big catch. We've been looking for this guy to make some big plays, Sean.
Big play for a little guy.
And another big play here, a 1-yard touchdown run, an 11-play, 94-yard drive, and it's 9-7 the score at the half.
Second half, Baltimore goes up tempo. And, hey, Anquan Bolden, welcome back to the Ravens offense, Sean.
Yeah, first half it was all Torrey Smith. Second half, all Anquan Bolden working the sidelines.
10 total catches in the first 3 games. He had 9 in this effort for a $131. Kept moving the chains. 5 plays after this, though, it's Joe Flacco with his 5th career rushing touchdown. Willie.
I was yelling, run the ball. Do not throw it. Run the ball. Make a quick cut. Those DBs is wet out there. Get in the end zone, Joe.
Ravens up 16-7. Next Browns possession. Brandon Weeden, who looked good at times on Thursday night, looking for Benjamin Watson for the 13-yard gain. Bernard Pollard then tagged with a flag. Do you like this call, Willie?
Nah, I don't like that call at all. I thought it was a good hit, and I understand what the refs are trying to do, get a little control under things, but I think that was a great play by Pollard.
Helmet contact to a defenseless receiver. John Harbaugh didn't appreciate it. Weeden keeps it going to Jordan Norwood, but Ladarius Webb with the breakup near the goal line had to settle for a Phil Dawson 51-yarder. He had 3 of 50-plus. He's got 10 of those since the start of last season, which leads the league. Then the Browns coming back, but Weeden, oh, you can't do this, Willie.
Nah, you can't do that. But you know what? He got the ball up on time. I think he thought a little bit too much inside, a little more outside. He probably could have got it off, but it was a great read.
Kerry Williams, the 5th-year pro with his first career INT, and he takes it a pick 6. And you think maybe this game is done, but the Browns, they were balling just a little bit. Weeden on 3rd and 14 to Greg Little. Sean, you got to make that.
Catch the ball.
That's a huge play, and the Cleveland Browns led the NFL in drops last year, and they continue tonight.
Led to another Dawson field goal, so they're within 7 now. 3rd and 7. Time running out on the Browns. Flacco stopped short of the first down, so they got a punt. Browns got to go 90 yards without a timeout and a 28-year-old rookie quarterback. No problem? No problem. Brandon Weeden keeping it alive. He threw for 320 on 52 attempts. Hits Benjamin Watson, and uh-oh, we're in Hail Mary territory pretty soon, folks. Buckle up. Although the regular refs are back. Now Weeden looking for Jordan Norwood and Ed Reed.
Always dangerous grounds, Chris, when you're throwing back there and you got Ed Reed lurking the grounds. He always finds a way to get his hands on the ball.
But the Browns are still alive with 15 ticks left. It is Weeden looking for Little in the air, knocked down by Jimmy Smith. So now 4th and 10. You got to Hail Mary it.
Uh-oh.
We know what that means in this league.
The number 1 rule in Hail Mary, though, is the ball has to be in play, and you've got to make a play on the ball.
Well, that was 4th down, so we think it's over. However, Paul Kruger is called for a foul on Joe Thomas. Sean O'Hara, look at you offensive linemen. You really get knocked down here?
Oh, this is a flop. Give him the Oscar. He definitely drew that flag. That was clearly not a hit.
Acting like Danny Thomas there, so they get one more crack at it to tie it up. Brandon Weeden just throw it in the end zone. Hey.
He closed his eyes. I mean, he got grabbed by the jersey, kind of closed his eyes for a minute, and threw it out of the end zone. Didn't give his guys a chance.
So the Ravens, they have won 9 in a row over Cleveland, 10 straight in the division, 13 in a row at home. They are 3-1 after playing 4 games in 18 days. That ain't bad.
Ravens and the Chiefs. Hope you don't like a lot of points, or you really like defense. First quarter Ravens ball, Ray Rice goes left, 37 yards. Would lead to a Justin Tucker 28-yard field goal. Ravens up 3-zip. That might have been the best offensive play of the game. Meanwhile, Jamal Charles getting it done for the Chiefs. Monster first half. Here he goes, up the middle. What ACL injury? Yeah, I'm kind of fine. Yeah, I don't care about Peyton Hillis. Yeah, he's not playing anyway. 25-yard gain. Second quarter for Jamal Charles. More of the same. Here he goes again on the delay. 17 yards. He finished the first half with 125 yards. Game will be tied at halftime, though, 3-3. Ooh, a barn burner for the second half. Third quarter game still tied at 3. First and goal for the Chiefs at the 1. Matt Castle, and he never got the ball. It's fumbled, and Ed Reed scoops it up, runs it 13 yards the other way. Ravens would take it to get a field goal and take a 6-3 lead. Take another look. Matt Castle is yelling after the play, "Hey, I was down." He never really had the ball. He can't say it was down. There's Matt Castle. There are cameras everywhere that show all different angles of plays in the National Football League. Next Chiefs possession, though, down 6-3. Castle looking for Dwayne Bowe. Instead, it's up in the air, and Kerry Williams with the interception. Look at Ed Reed trying to fight him for the ball. Hey, I get the interceptions around here. Ravens get another field goal to go up 9-3. We head to the fourth quarter. Chiefs ball trailing 9-3, 2nd and 10. Matt Castle says, "I'm just going to get it to Jamal Charles because that's worked okay so far." Charles takes it 16 yards, but Castle would be hurt on the play. Brady Quinn decides, better start warming up here. Could be my time. Could be go time for Brady Quinn. Watch another look on this. Castle gets hit really hard by Haloti Ngata. He would not return to the game. Ooh, I wouldn't return to the game either. 3 plays later now with Quinn the quarterback, 3rd and 7 from the 49. Quinn says, "I'm going to do what I feel like I should do. Throw it to Dwayne Bowe." And Dwayne Bowe breaks tackles. 1st and 10 down at the 31-yard line. 5 plays later now, 3rd and 11 from the Ravens 15. Quinn hits Bowe for the apparent 15-yard touchdown and fantasy points for me. But wait, there is a penalty on the play. It's Brady Quinn's first touchdown pass. It's Notre Dame. Dexter McCluster gets called for illegal contact on Jimmy Smith. That'll do it for you. Chiefs would have to settle for a Ryan Suckup field goal. They trail 9-6. So Ravens get the ball back, 3rd and 15 from their own 15. Joe Flacco, look at him dive for the first down. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Look at Joe Flacco. He is nimble. 3 plays later, 3rd and 1. Ray Rice stuffed, but that second effort gets close enough for the first down. Play would get reviewed by the booth. I don't think he made it, but what I say doesn't matter. Because he gets it, John Harbaugh gets put in the celebratory wrestling headlock. Ravens hold on to win it by the final of 9-6.
Ray Lewis and the Ravens looking to improve to 5-1 for the first time in the Harbaugh era, taking on Tony Romo, coming off that 5-pick performance against the Bears. First quarter, Cowboys trailing 3-zip.
Oh, man, that's what they were doing right here, man. The Dallas Cowboys are just putting the ball right down the Ravens' throat.
227 yards on the ground, most ever given up by a Baltimore D. Murray finished with 93 yards, didn't play in the second half because of a foot injury. Next play, it's Felix Jones. Is he the playmaker?
Yeah, but he was running hard, too. Now, Felix, he took a few notes from DeMarco Murray.
Originally ruled out of bounds, Jason Garrett challenged. Good challenge,
Great
touchdown.
Challenge. Great challenge.
7-3, Dallas up. Romo to the 88 club for 18 yards. But the bigger news on this play, Ladarius Webb goes down. Our Jeff Darlington early indications say torn ACL.
Kid, we praying for you. That's a good kid with a bright future.
Second quarter, tied at 10. Talk about a kid with a bright future. Torrey Smith, complete receiver now, Michael.
Yeah, he really is. He's developing to just a complete receiver. And right there, Dallas loses Maurice Claiborne, too.
Yeah, Maurice Claiborne injured on the play. The good news was he did return in the game, so obviously the injury not nearly as significant as that suffered by Ladarius Webb. Ravens up 17-10 at that point. Third quarter, it's 17-13. Cowboys kicking it off. Jacoby Jones.
We only showed you this for one or two reasons.
Oh, that boy's flying.
Either it's a big play or boo-boo.
This is the biggest play, like in the history of the NFL. 108 yards, tied with Randall Cobb and Ellis Hobbs.
But this is the best thing he does through the whole run.
That's fast.
Watch him seal it. Seal it. Seal that thing. Seal it right now. Ow! Lord Jesus. I love when he do that.
However, Tony Romo coming back to Dez Bryant.
Again, that was a great catch right there.
Romo
that's showing some body control.
Cowboys down just 4 at that point. Fourth quarter, Ravens lead paired to a single point. So Joe Flacco, who are you looking for? Anquan Bolden, rather quiet on this day, but he gets those tough yards.
Boy, he came alive right up in this area of time right here.
Was that a double move? No, that was just a physical move off the ball.
Okay, heavy hand.
And now you got to give it to, on third and goal, Ray Rice.
Running from
106 total yards and 2 scores for him. So
eating him up. That's what he's saying. I'm eating him up.
But the Cowboys still in a chance. Down 8 with 3.5 to go. Romo on 3rd and 6 to Jason Witten for 11 and a first down.
Don't blame you.
Now just over 2 minutes to go. Going for it on 4th and 10 from their own 46. Jason Garrett, who do you dial up?
You know who.
If it's me,
Jason
I'm throwing
Witten.
to my BFF.
You know who.
There you go.
He gets to move the chains again. Now, Ray Lewis not in on this drive because of a triceps injury. Our Jeff Darlington reporting possible torn triceps. MRI coming up on Monday. 6 plays later now. Under a minute to go. 4th and 10. Romo. Who's he looking for?
If you got your BFF on a
Mason Witten.
linebacker,
That was a great catch.
That was a
17 yards.
terrific grab. That's
So now-
such a hard grab.
Under 40 seconds to go. Romo to Dez Bryant. You like the way he worked it, Michael?
I like Dez pressed up on the cornerback in this play for the back shoulder fade.
I don't understand the cornerback.
So now you got to go for 2. They're 3 for 3 in the Garrett era. 2-point conversions. Still got to go to Dez Bryant, right? It's just. So they're down 2. So now you got onside kicking. Now, NFL teams 1 for 15.
Dez has to make that play.
That's it. That's the only shooter about that play.
Dez has to make that play.
You should have called it.
So onside kick. Teams 1 for 15. Success rate, the NFL this year. What happens? Dan Bailey's onside kick goes 5-hole on Brendan Ivan.
We know he never played baseball. He never played shortstop.
Andre Holmes.
Looking like Bill Buckner.
You need to stop, man. Anyway,
that was not right.
That man has kids, man, watching this show.
So, Cowboys recover. Tony Romo's like, we're back in action. Now here's where it gets weird, guys. Romo looking for Kevin Ogletree. Incomplete, but Shaquille Brown's called for PI. So now the Cowboys they're sniffing field goal range.
That's a bad call. That's a bad call.
Okay, speaking of bad calls. Okay, keep in mind, Cowboys have 1 timeout left. Right around 30 seconds to go. Bailey hadn't tried a field goal for more than 39 yards this year. So you throw this.
I don't even understand that throw right there.
Look at
the clock. But if you run that route, you have to call timeout.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that's what they got to do.
Right now.
So now,
and now
your kicker, Bailey, his career long's 51 yards. That's what this one is. It's outside, and for the win. Jerry Jones said afterward, I am sick about losing this game. Let's hear about how the Cowboys felt, especially the clock management issue.
Ravens and the Texans, Matt Schaub, watch out for the fireworks. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Whoa, that was close. Meanwhile, Terrell Suggs is back. Yeah, look, I wasn't playing basketball. It just happened. I'm okay now. First quarter, and there's Terrell Suggs, the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Sacks him. He loses 8 yards. Ensuing Ravens possession. Joe Flacco sacked by Connor Barwin for a safety. Houston now trails 3-2. Houston getting a 3-run homer from Jeff Blum. Congratulations on that. Ensuing Texans possession, Matt Schaub looking deep for Kevin Walter. Got it for the touchdown. Texans lead 9-3. Kevin Walter does this like once every 8 games he has a big game. That's who he is. Second quarter, Ravens get the ball 2nd and 7 in their own 45. Joe Flacco looking for Torrey Smith, good idea. Instead, Jonathan Joseph, and he goes 52 yards the other way. Here's the football, I got it. Here's the football, I got it. Touchdown, Texans. Take another look. J.J. Watt, who else, tips Joe Flacco's pass. So it goes to Jonathan Joseph. They don't teach that, do they? No, they don't. Texans get the ball back, still 16-3, first play of the drive. Ben Tate runs for 3 yards, but Ed Reed comes up with a big hit. That would be the final real highlight for the Ravens of this game. Texans get the ball back. Schaub looking down the middle for Garrett Graham. Hauls it in for 20 yards. 1st and 10 on the Ravens' 24-yard line. That's a great athletic play. See, you thought it was Owen Daniels? No, it wasn't. 3 plays later, 1st and goal. Schaub looks for Owen Daniels. Hey, I'm the guy that makes these plays. Okay. Texans up 23-3. The play would be reviewed, not for that spike. But here he is. He's got it. He's down. He holds up with it. Good call. Even though the ball makes contact with the ground, I mean, good call if you're the Texans. It stands up. Ravens get the ball back. Another tip pass is intercepted. Joe Flacco's got to stop looking for Torrey Smith. This is what's hurting him right here. Glover Quinn stretches back with one hand to pick it off. Texans would add a 29-yard field goal by Shane Graham. Third quarter, Ravens trailing 29-3. Flacco saying, look, just give me something here, okay? All right, Tandon Doss, you do something with it. Tandon Doss goes in for the touchdown. A convoy of blockers. It's a touchdown. Flacco can't believe it. He only threw for $147 and 1 touchdown. Texans get the ball back, though. Schaub, plenty of time looking for Kevin Walter. Like I said, once every 14 games, Kevin Walter does it. 1st and 10 on the Ravens' 35-yard line. It's 6 plays later, 3rd and 3 on the Ravens' 14. Here's Arian Foster. No, this way's not good. No, go the other way. Back the other way. Look at Matt Schaub. I'm going to get out of the way. But it doesn't matter. Foster still gets out of bounds. Matt Schaub thought about blocking Terrell Suggs, then decided, oh, no, wait a minute. It's better if I just get out of the way. Yeah, no, I don't want any of that. No, thanks. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal on the 1, Arian Foster. This one, garden variety, up the middle for the touchdown. Texans win 43-13. Arian Foster runs for 98 yards and 2 scores. Texans win it for the first time ever at the sole possession of first place in the AFC. Watch out, there's Terrell Suggs. Ah, just kidding.
To really, truly get back into this game, they couldn't allow them to do. That's what really good football teams.
The Ravens visiting the red-hot Browns. Brandon Weeden and company have won 2 out of 3. Well, that's red-hot for Cleveland. Ray Rice, just 42 yards rushing Week 7 against the Texans. Little bit of a different story today. First quarter, no score. There goes Ray Rice for 11. First down, Ravens on the Browns' 36. 4 plays later, here goes Ray Rice. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. Timeout, Knicks. Ravens lead 7-0. The first opening drive touchdown for the Ravens this season. Next Ravens possession, Joe Flacco looking for Torrey Smith. What a catch by Torrey Smith. Watch it again. Leaps over Joe Hayden. As good as Joe Hayden is, yeah, not a lot you can do right there. Ravens first down in the Browns 17. 5 plays later, it's Bernard Pierce time. It very rarely is Bernard Pierce time, but this is, yes, touchdown, Bernard Pierce. Ravens lead 14-0. Yeah, Marv did the game today. Third quarter, Browns ball down 14-9. Brandon Weeden looking for Jordan Cameron, but it's picked off by Cary Williams, who has turned into a heck of a ball hawk for the Baltimore Ravens. He's got a 52-yard return on this play. It's 26 yards backwards before he turns it back forwards and then goes forward another 26 yards. Ravens would take over on the Browns 39. I would need oxygen. I mean, I'd need a ton of it. I need a ton of it just for watching this. Forget about running it back. 2 Ravens possessions later, 2nd and 10 on their own 29. Ray Rice looking to run left, and he is stopped by Dikembe Mutombo for no gain. Mutombo gets up, gives you the big finger wag. No, actually, it's Philip Taylor giving the Mutombo finger wag. Next play, 3rd and 10. Joe Flacco is sacked. Ravens would be forced to punt. Since scoring on their first 2 drives, the Ravens punted 6 times in a row. This Browns defense has been playing so much better the last couple of weeks. We go to the fourth quarter. Browns ball down 14-12. Brandon Weeden looking for Josh Gordon, his playmaker. 18-yard touchdown. Gordon in the end zone. He's the best rookie receiver in the NFL. Jumps in the stands, but wait. Oh, you see the yellow flag. Browns get called for illegal formation. Jimmy Haslam, the Browns owner, no! They would settle for another Phil Dawson field goal. Had a heck of a day and take a 15-14 lead. So the Ravens now trailing. Flacco looking for Anquan Bolden. He's come on great the last few weeks. Ravens first down at their own 40. 3 plays later, 2nd and 7 on the Browns 39. This is going to be Ray Rice time again. Rice goes left. He picks up 10 yards in the first down. Ravens first down in the Browns 29. 3 plays later, 3rd and 10 on the Browns 19, 8th play of the drive. Ravens looking for a big play, and Joe Flacco finds it to Torrey Smith. Cut back outside. Good job, Torrey Smith into the end zone for the touchdown. Flacco would convert a 2-point conversion to Anquan Bolden. Ravens lead 22-15. So here's the Browns' last chance. 4th and 2 on their own 28. Weeden looking for Greg Little. Well, at least Little didn't drop it. Way overthrown. Weeden dejected. Ravens win it 25-15. Raiders-Ravens. When does Joe Flacco play well? At home. That means danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Carson Palmer coming off a 414-yard day a week ago. Would be tougher sledding today. Raiders opening drive of the game. Raiders go for it on 4th and 1. Carson Palmer can't handle the snap. That is what we call an omen. Ravens second possession of the game, up 3-zip. Flacco looking for Ed Dixon deep down inside the 10. Flacco would punch it in himself from 1 yard out. 2 plays later, Ravens lead 10-zip. Second quarter, Ravens up 10-3. Flacco looking deep for Jacoby Jones. Nice little rainbow of a pass. Jones is wide open. down to the 30-yard line. 4 plays later, 1st and goal from the Raiders' 5. Flacco looks for Dennis Pitta. Welcome back, Dennis Pitta. Been missing since week 3. It's his 3rd touchdown of the season. Ravens up 17-3. Raiders have the ball now, trailing 17-3. Ball is tipped and picked off by Paul Kruger. Ravens would get a Justin Tucker field goal off the interception, take a 23 lead. Oh, a nightmare for Palmer on that Kruger play. See, nightmare, Kruger, see what I did there? Ensuing Raiders possession, Raiders trailing 20-3. Darius Hayward-Bay makes the catch and explodes into the end zone, a 55-yard touchdown. Raiders have scored in the final 2 minutes of the first half in every game this season. Watch it again. Ed Reed comes off injured on the play, grabs his right shoulder as Hayward-Bay scoots for the end zone. Re-aggravated his shoulder on the play. Reed picked off his 60th career pick last week. 3rd quarter, Ravens opening drive of the half. They're up 27-10. Make it 34-10. Here goes Torrey Smith. Going to want to cover Torrey Smith, I think. That might help defensively when you game plan. Ravens up 34-10. Flacco is having a huge day. Raiders get the ball back. Palmer trying to answer back. Denarius Moore, his 2nd catch of the game, 30 yards and a touchdown. Raiders trail 34-17. Palmer goes for 368 and 2 touchdowns and a pick on the day. So another big day through the air for Carson. Ensuing Ravens possession, 4th and 8 in the Ravens 22. Phillip Adams muffs the punt. Recovered by Brendan Ayan-Badejo. Nothing going right for the Raiders in this one. They recover. Next play, 1st and 10 in the Raiders 20. Flacco goes back to Torrey Smith. This time for a 20-yard touchdown. At least the Raiders covered him on that one. Flacco went for 341 with 3 scores through the air and 1 on the ground. Big day for him. Ravens get the ball again, leading 4th and 3 in the Raiders 7. Sam Koch takes the snap and goes in for the 7-yard touchdown. It's his first NFL score, adding insult to injury. Ravens go up 48-17. Look at Ray Lewis. Hey, this is the Ravens team I'm used to. 4th quarter, it's the Ravens up 48-20. Jacoby Jones, 108 yards away. I'm going to take it out. And there goes Jacoby Jones. Officially 105 yards for the score, the longest return in Ravens history. Breaks the Ravens franchise record for points scored. They win 55-20, most points allowed by the Raiders in a game since 1981. I would dance with the mascot too, why not? 55-20 your final.
Highlights. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Once again, no Roethlisberger, no Ray Lewis. That means plenty of Byron Leftwich.
2 legends right there.
Can we get those jerseys back to the Allegheny County Prison, by the way?
I like those jerseys.
Come on, man. Those are bad.
I do, man.
Leftwich. Hey, how about that arm? I don't care about the windup. Throwing to Mike Wallace. However, Kerry Williams called for a little PI. So now the Steelers' drive continues. Remember earlier this week what Byron Leftwich said about his lack of mobility? Anybody?
I mean, let's just be honest. I'm not going to run around, make 2-3 guys miss, roll all the way to the left. I'm not I'm not capable of doing that.
Okey-doke does. He said he can't roll to his left, but he didn't tell us about the right.
Let me tell you, this run right here,
a great run.
He said he's not physically, but he ran so fast. Usually you pull a hamstring. I think he pulled a shoulder or a rib.
Yeah, failed. He tripped himself.
His legs weren't used to that.
He ended up pulling a rib.
He fell in his zone in one tackle in one
And it bothered him the rest of the night. Whatever he did, shoulder, rib.
He ran so fast he pulled a rib.
Looks like somebody trying to walk home from the frat party and just rolling and falling all over the place. It was bad. By the way, that's the longest Steelers run in over 2 years by anybody. How about, speaking of runs, Jacoby Jones.
You know why that's in the highlight.
You know, his mama's usually in the end zone, and she said, Jacoby, come home.
Listen,
and that's what he's doing. He's bringing it right to the house.
If you cut the dance in there, somebody we got to talk.
Hold on.
Come on, give it to me.
Flip it. Now lock it. Watch it. Now lock it. Ow!
Boy, you said what you want, boy.
2 kickoff returns this year, now a punt return for a score, and it's 10-7. 3rd quarter, same score. Leftwich looking downfield, but how about Corey Graham?
That's a great play.
Injury depleted secondary. Remember, no Jimmy Smith, no Ladarius Webb.
Not often can you see corners that can locate the ball, track it with their eyes, and catch it with their hands like that.
Led to a Tucker field goal and a 13-7 lead. Next Steelers drive, Leftwich to Emmanuel Sanders, gets lit up by Ed Reed.
Big man wearing 88. Big man wearing 88. Big man wears it. Get up.
You know, that was helping to help him. But where else you going to hit him? You going to hit him low?
Now on 3rd and 2, Mike Wallace. We saw the great catch Monday night against Kansas City, but here Michael Irvin can't get those feet down.
Look at that. Yeah. Now see, this and we just watched Demarius when I'm talking about that toe tap. Yeah, that's right. You got to make that other leg tap on the play side, on the inside of that outside
Had to
leg.
settle for a field goal, down 3. Now they're pressuring. Here comes the defense all up in Joe Flacco. Lamar Woodley gets the sack there. Ravens would have to punt. 2 Steelers drives later. Leftwich looking for Jericho Cotchery. But watch Leftwich. As we said, bothered by whatever.
He pulled something.
He pulled the rib when he
pulled
was
something.
Yeah, but he can't say anything because that's all on you.
7 plays later.
Got to fight that one.
Looking for Mike Wallace and incomplete on that.
A little more effort from Mike Wallace on that play.
There you go, too.
Next play, Leftwich drop.
That hurt from the line on that one. Somebody.
And a 7-yard loss, sacked by James.
Somebody call the police.
Who?
Yeah, I'm going to work on that.
That hurt.
Show. And then a little sidestep by Ray Rice. But you know what? Larry Foote is called for tripping. Yeah, we got a problem there.
Kansas City got called for tripping.
Wow, that's close. Okay, so it's a 10-yard penalty.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
3rd and 7, Flacco dropped by James Harrison. However, this is critical because the Steelers are called for offsides.
Nah, dog. Gotta bring this one back. No sack.
Yeah, so now it's 3rd and 2.
Took him down to 2-minute warning there, though.
Had to get rid of it, Flacco.
No. You want to keep the clock moving. That's why he didn't throw the incompletion.
Yeah, but he won a first down.
Well,
yeah, you do, but instead of throwing the incompletion, you want to keep the clock moving.
Sacked by James Harrison there. So the Steelers, no timeouts left here, okay? They burned a couple late in the 3rd quarter, cost them dearly. Here, Cotchery gets lit up by Bernard Pollard.
This may be the best safety tandem in the NFL. Pollard and, of course, Ed Reed. 20 Irv.
And you saw the reactions on the opposite sidelines there. 2 plays later, 4th and 10, Leftwich to Wallace. And here we go, the lateral go starts.
Yeah, somebody gonna get
That's always fun.
Big man with ball.
That's it right there.
That is always fun.
That's it right there.
And that is it. Baltimore
had a few opportunities.
A huge win on the road. Big Ben, no Big Ben, no Ray. It doesn't matter. They're smiling in Baltimore because they have a 3-point win and now a 2-game lead in the AFC North. Baltimore Ravens, West Coast swinging. They look sloppy. Ed Reed and the guys.
20 Irv.
That's a long plane flight.
That's a great safety right there.
Okay. Travel agent, Steve Mariucci. 3rd quarter, Ravens down 10-3. Bernard Pierce to spell Ray Rice. 18 yards on that. Whoa! How about the hurl over Eric Weddle?
Eric Weddle was getting ready to make a business decision.
It's like Edwin Moses.
That was a good one.
That ain't bad. That's a good call on your part.
Long time.
4 plays later, 4th and 1. John Harbaugh, what are we doing? We're going for it. Pierce.
You should go for it.
Who's he going to hurl over this time? That would be a big play to nothing.
Big defensive stand on short yards by the Chargers.
This is really a must-win for the Chargers. Coming into this one, 4 and 6 on the day. Great job by the defense. 4th quarter, Ravens down by 10. Flacco, not his best effort on this day for Dennis Pitta. Welcome back to the lineup.
Nice
drive. Kept a 90-yard drive, and the Ravens sniffing it. They're within 3.
That's what you expect out of Joe Flacco now. He's got to carry this team.
So next Ravens possession, under 2 to go. It's 4th and 29. Who converts 4th and 20? And you're going to dump it down to Ray Rice on 4th and... Wait a second.
That's a lot of belief.
Wait a second.
Belief in Ray Rice.
Wait a second. Ray Rice, keep going. He does, and they give him the first down. They move the chains, but then they stop the play. They had to go back and look at it and see whether or not he got the first down. But look how pumped up that sideline is. Upon further review, they have to remark the chains, take the measurement. It's a first down, and North cannot believe it.
You guys got to be kidding me.
So now it's the rookie out of Texas, Justin Tucker, to tie it. Oh, he's
got it. I like that. Tucker. Got love for you, baby.
We're heading to overtime.
He lays his uni out before the game. That's all I'm saying.
Ravens' second possession in overtime. So now that both teams have had it, field goal's good enough to win it here. Flacco on 3rd and 4 hits Dennis Pitta for 11 yards. Then Flacco looking for Torrey Smith. Look at that.
Oh, back shoulder throw. Great concentration. Boy, that's a wrestling match right there, and they're going to give it to the offense.
Quentin Jammer right there, but that is indeed an amazing catch.
Great focus.
So it sets up Tucker from 38 yards out for the win. And a huge come-from-behind win for the leaders of the AFC North. North Turner, what about that 4th and 29? Continuing a big one between the Steelers and the Ravens. Ravens win, and they're into the postseason. Once again, no Big Ben for the 3rd straight game with those shoulder and rib issues. But hey, Troy Polamalu back for the first time since week 5 with that bum calf. Second quarter, defensive struggle. Ravens up by a field goal. Joe Flacco does a little spin dance. Okay, that's good. Keeping it alive. That, however,
You'd like to have this one back. Just throw the ball away, Joe, and live for another play.
Yeah, Ryan Clark with the INT. Ensuing Steelers possession. Oh, no. Antonio Brown. Don't throw it! Don't!
Yeah. Well, you got receivers and running backs making decisions if my guy's open or not, and there's a good chance it's going to make a mistake.
That tells you a lot when the Steelers just you go to trying to trick somebody to win a football game.
Well, here the Ravens let their quarterback throw it, and it's Anquan Bolden who catches it 28 yards for the touch, and the Ravens are up 10, which against the Steelers these days is like 100. But Batch, oh, he's got a wide open Mike Wall.
It's all right.
All right. Shake it off. Well, that's wide open. That's a busted coverage.
He know Ed Reed is back there lurking somewhere.
Settle for a squeeze him 41-yard field goal. Steelers down 7 at the break. Third quarter. You know what? Get back to the run game. Jonathan Dwyer, it's no longer Richard Mendenhall, who wasn't even dressed.
Charlie Batch blocked down the field. Escorted him into the end zone.
That was the key block that got him in.
We are tied at 13. Next Steelers possession, 3rd and 11. Batch for Emmanuel Sanders, however.
Hey. That's like a punt.
It's like a punt. Like a punt, not when you're running to the other team's 30.
That slipped out of my hand, Coach.
You scared him. He was so...
Turnovers have plagued the Steelers in their last 2 games. Remember, they had 8 last week in that loss in Cleveland. Well, Ray Rice. Yeah, sometimes a forgotten man in Baltimore.
Rutgers, look at him go.
34 yards for that touch in Baltimore with a 7-point lead. On to the 4th, same score. Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, that was my fault. That's okay. Charlie Batch looking for Big Ben's favorite target, Heath Miller, but it's...
Ed Reed, you know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to do. That's what we teach.
Here we go. Bring a tackle.
Bring it out, baby. There you go. Bring it out.
Jonathan Dwyer trying to tackle the football.
Put that thing away. Hold it. Hold it like it's a popsicle.
Next Ravens possession, 3rd and 5. Flacco. The Steelers defense came up big at times. The strip by James Harrison. Ziggy Hood
on the ground.
Has to get rid of that.
That's the #1 defense in the league.
So now Batch looking for Miller, but Ed Reed's nowhere to be found. This time Miller hits the pylon. It's ruled a touchdown. Remember, every score is reviewed. Take another look.
Wow.
That is indeed a touchdown.
Well done.
You can see that he's not out of bounds. Big Ben's loving this one. We're tied at 20. Just under 5 to go. Batch looking for Mike Wallace. That one, he gets to him. A little wobbly, but it got there. 15 yards in the first down. But look at this. Batch gets nailed by Haloti Ngata.
He didn't hit you in the head. He hit you in the chest.
Remember, he's the oldest non-kicker in the league at 37.
From Eastern Michigan.
Batch to Wallace. You know, Batch was the 3rd quarterback taken in that 98 draft behind Manning and Leaf. And here he gets clocked by Paul Kruger, so he takes one for the team. Tack on another 15. So the Ravens are burning timeouts. Sharks squeeze him now to win it. Nice. From 42 yards out the win. Wow. The Steelers. Crazy division. The Redskins taking on the T-Sizzleless Ravens, who tweeted out early on Sunday, don't worry, Ravens Nation, we're good.
You're going to delete that.
Yeah. That's because RG3 and the Redskins had won 3 straight coming in. First quarter, scoreless. Look at this. Keeping it alive and looking for Josh Morgan.
Man, right here, boy. RG3, that's what makes him so gifted, so talented, man. He's always keeping plays alive.
Yeah, completing an 80-yard drive. Next Redskins possession, RG3. This one is incomplete, but check out Haloti Ngata.
Well, the Ravens talked about this coming into the game, Marshall. We talked about it on game day morning. They wanted to get hits on RG3, and they got some hits.
That one is roughing the passer. John Harbaugh was like, that was not a foul, but it was. It was. It led to an Alfred Morris touchdown run and a Redskins 14-7 lead. Second quarter, Joe Flacco, little pump fake to Anquan Bolden. Second time in this game, D'Angelo Hall got toasted.
Who was that? D'Angelo Hall?
You trying to say
bid on something?
How Marshall gonna say how you let Anquan get behind?
Possession.
Bolden
the rest.
Finished with 3 catches, 2 ended up in the end zone. Ravens up 21-17 now in the third. Flacco pressured, looking for Ray Rice, picked off by London Fletcher. This would have been key because if they hit a field goal, they're up a touchdown. Instead,
now listen,
major
Chris,
turnover.
that's Flacco's fault. That was a blitz, and he didn't pick up the blitz.
Fourth quarter, now up just a single point. Ray Rice, they gave him some touches in the fourth.
From Rutgers, and this is what you have to do. Cameron, you have to put the ball in this guy's hands coming down the stretch of games.
Ensuing kickoff, Niles Paul gets lit up by Courtney Upshaw. We got the ball on the ground. David Reed recovers it, and that is going to be it.
Did he have possession of it?
Oh, no.
The question.
Well, every turnover's reviewed.
I think he did. That's possession right there.
Yeah, there's a little bobble at the end there.
It moved.
So
you got to just jump on
it. Dive on
it was overturned. So that gives RG3 a chance. Now with under 2 minutes to go on 2nd and 19.
Do what you do.
Escapability.
Do what you do.
Watch the right leg.
Hey. Not done.
Yeah. On the whip around there. One more look at it. This is not normal.
No, it's okay.
It's a bass.
It's okay.
So the 4th round pick out of Michigan State, Kirk Cousins, who hadn't thrown a pass since week 5, gets loose. He comes in on 3rd and 6. Cousins incomplete to Pierre Garçon, but Chris Johnson flagged for PI.
Yeah, Garçon, man. Trying to shield him off.
Good play, Chris.
You had to go through him to get it.
Look who's in next play. RG3 is back, hitting Santana Moss across the middle for 15. Finished with 3 catches for 52 yards. 2 plays later.
That's gutsy, man.
RG3 still hobbling around back there, hitting Garçon for 22 yards.
This is the way you win teammates.
The way he showed up, yeah, man.
You come in when you know you're injured, you could barely stand flat-footed, and that's the way you win fans, teammates.
Well, where Byron Leftwich's offensive lineman? That's what I want to know. Then he just throws it away after the bobbled snap.
Yeah, come get me, man.
He was flagged for intentional grounding, and he says, then he grounds himself. He says, I'm done. I can't take this anymore.
That's how leaders are supposed to be taken off the field. Not take yourself. Have them take you off the field.
Are you trying to go back to Jay Cutler? What are you
No, I ain't trying to go back to Jay Cutler.
So here comes Kirk Cousins again.
A little bit.
Looking for Leonard Hankerson. Gets it down to about the 11-yard line. Next play, under 40 ticks to go with RG3 seated on the sideline. Look at the pump fake and the pretty touch on this one to Garçon.
Yeah. This is, coming in the game in this situation, all as fast as this game moves around, to have the whereabouts, pump that ball and still make that player's big job.
So now they need a 2-point conversion. They run the RG3 play.
As well.
Ray Lewis, still injured, cannot believe this because we're looking at overtime.
That's my cousin.
Looked like Lil Wayne was beside him.
What?
Didn't he?
Look at RG3 saying, good job, RZA.
So extra session as RG3's headed to the locker room for some preliminary x-rays at Hall. Ravens, they got to punt their first possession. So now it's sudden death overtime.
1 or 2 reasons. That's the only reason we show it to you.
It's the rookie Richard Crawford.
I like the punter. Go get it.
Sam Cook turns him back inside at least.
Somebody else got him too. The turf monster.
But the Redskins with a chance to win it. Kai Forbath, the guy who was cut in the preseason by the Buccaneers.
How many bad?
Forbath for 3.
For good.
And the win. The Redskins have won 4 in a row. They're 7-6, but afterward, RG3, are you A-OK? We'll move on to that.
Right.
Broncos looking for a 9th straight win. Also trying to prevent the Ravens from wrapping up the AFC North. New offensive coordinator Jim Caldwell, never called plays before, taking over for the departed Cam
never
Cameron.
been up there?
Well, he's been up there, just never saying, hey, here's the play. Joe Flacco turns into Joe Fumble on this play in a scoreless game early on.
Fumbling is bad, but fumbling when you know you're giving the ball to this guy is really bad.
Led to a Denver field goal. How about Noshawn Moreno able to lead Pro Bowl safeties in a single bound?
Man.
Ronaldo Nehemiah right there.
Skeets, way to bring him back.
Yes, sir.
Skeets Nehemiah. He ran for 118 a week after going for 119 against the Raiders. Second quarter, Manning to Eric Decker.
That's my dude right there, man. ED right there.
It's ruled a touchdown, however. It was reversed, but Denver got the touchdown eventually. So you get the point. He didn't get the fantasy points. But
we'll come back to you, Eric. Just hold that thought.
Ravens, Joe Flacco for Jacoby Jones, 43 yards. They finally got the offense cooking in the last 2 minutes of the first half, but crazy play here. 3 timeouts left. Clock's rolling. You don't give it to Ray Rice. You throw an out route that gets picked by Chris Harris.
Now you got to run down there and play like you're really trying to catch him, knowing you ain't going to catch him, but you can't veer off because everybody watching.
He tried. 98 yards on the INT return. That is a franchise record and a 17-zip break and a back breaker for Joe Flacco and the Ravens.
He did tear.
4 first downs in the first half for Baltimore. Flacco trying to get it going here in the third, looking for Torrey Smith. He gets undercut a little bit.
That's a nice effort right there by Torrey going up. Look at this.
Did not catch it and suffered a concussion. As you can see, wobbly. He was done for the day. Next Denver possession after a Baltimore field goal. Manning. Decker toasting Kerry Williams on this day. And what happened? Ed Reed is frustrated. Why, Dion?
You know why he's frustrated? Because he's saying Ed Reed, he's a study guy, and he understands study. He's telling the corner right here, you got outside, I got inside. I got you, baby. Why are both of us on the inside? Now the corner, he's going to slack up a little bit, and he seems like he don't even realize the ball is thrown. Next thing you know, 6 points later, Ed Reed, your superstar safety, is frustrated with you.
Ravens trying to get back in it, but here comes Von Miller right in Flacco's face. Baltimore, 7 3-and-outs in this game, most for any team this year in the NFL. Next Denver drive, Manning to Joel Dreesen for 28. Manning, not spectacular numbers, just 204 and a score, but good enough.
That was a heck of a throw right there.
That was on Ed Reed, who you got to put that thing on the money. That was an audible, guys.
Marino finishes it off. 9th straight win for the first time since their 98th season.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's... Defending champs controlled their own destiny, win in Baltimore and home against Philly and New York's playoff bound. Ravens, however, if they won, they would clinch the AFC North.
Somebody turn that light switch on as the Giants tell us they're getting ready to go now.
Well, Ray Rice was on the move. That was a little tricky.
Nice little option there. So the light switch in, come on in. All right, turn that light switch on.
11 plays later, Joe Flacco to Torrey Smith.
They're not ready yet.
We're ready for our close-up on that one. That's how I used to celebrate back in the day. He was flagged.
Y'all can hold on to the rim.
Penalized.
That's what Marshall was always saying, that the Giants are going to turn it on when it's time, and I'm just waiting for them to turn the switch on.
That's a great throw and catch by Flacco to Smith again, beating Corey Webster.
Corey Webster got 8 alive.
But that's pretty good coverage,
isn't it?
This year.
What? No, this year.
Oh, okay.
Set up a Flacco touchdown run and a 14-zip lead. Ensuing Giants possession, Manning to Ruben Randall.
You got to start making plays with other people because, boy, they've done a wonderful job of slowing down 88 in Victor Cruz.
4 plays later, David Wilson. Some speed there.
When Marshall Falk, a Hall of Famer, says, woo, I listen.
And still doing the Flip Wilson thing.
Wilson. It's like Geraldine today, though.
Second quarter, 14-7 still. Manning, harassed all day long, has not been good the last few weeks. Dropped by Haloti Ngata.
Big fella played today.
Manning held under 200 passing yards for the second straight week. Next Ravens drive, 3rd and 18. Flacco to Anquan Bolden. You cannot allow this to happen if you're the Giants D.
This is an indictment on you can't hit anybody. They let him go down the seam. Hands extended, ribs exposed, and nobody hit it.
Then next play, Flacco to Jacoby Jones. It is ruled a touchdown on the field, but watch closely, guys.
Watch the dance closely.
All right, we'll get to that. Okay, now.
He's still going right now.
All right, look, he breaks the plane.
Football move.
But they said he didn't complete the catch. It comes loose, so they overturn it.
And so John Harbaugh, mad as you know what, has to settle for a field goal.
I thought it was a football move, but
let's see the rest of the day.
Well, this is a football move.
That
Ray
right
Rice
there,
from
that's one of my favorite plays.
That post, Marshall.
I just want you to know, like, that play.
What's the name of that play?
Oh my God, 525, that post, man.
He had 158 total yards.
Love it when you talk football like that.
Third quarter, Giants down 20, 3rd and 10. Manning sacked by Omar Brown. Oh, my.
Here come Omar from the wire.
Giants 2 for 10 on third down tries. Fourth quarter, Manning to Victor Cruz, who gets lit up by Ed Reed, who has received several letters from the NFL.
But this is a clean hit, Chris.
Well, there's a flag on the field.
He even ran down there, slowed down, and hit it. What? Shoulders right there. How else would you want to hit it?
Who knows what's going to happen?
When in doubt, the ref has to throw the flag.
Well,
that's just what they say.
Ravens win the division.
Ravens and the Bengals. Sunday, a day of rest for the Ravens stars. Joe Flacco started, but just played the first 2 series, 4 out of 8 for 34 yards. Ray Lewis activated off IR, but did not play. Ray Rice only playing in the first drive of the game. First quarter, Ravens opening drive, 2nd and 10, Flacco. Vontae Leach for a gain of 2. Leach is down on the play. He would leave the game and not return. Ravens ball 2 possessions later, no score. 1st and 10 in their own 41-yard line. Tyrod Taylor scrambles left, and here he goes. 28 yards down the sideline, cuts back into the middle of the field. First down at the Bengals' 31-yard line. 4 plays later, it's 1st and goal from the 2. Anthony Allen, he goes in for the 2-yard touchdown. Ravens take the early 7-0 lead without their starters on top. We go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Bengals ball trailing 7-zip, 3rd and 5 on the Ravens' 37. Andy Dalton hooking up with newcomer A.J. Green in his first NFL game. No, A.J. Green, of course, who's been great for the last 2 years. First down at the Ravens' 20. 2 plays later, 2nd and 1 on the Ravens' 11. Andy Dalton looking for Marvin Jones. Jones cuts into the end zone, 11 yards on the score. Bengals tie it up 7-7. The rookie out of Cal's first touchdown of the season. I just keep thinking of Marvin Jones out of Florida State. Fourth quarter, Ravens ball trailing 13-7, 2nd and goal. The Bengals won. Taylor scrambles left, takes it in. A 1-yard touchdown, though he ran about 55 on it. Ravens go up 14-13. Bengals ball now trailing 14-13. 1st and 10, their own 35. Bruce Gradkowski in at quarterback. And he hits Brandon Tate for 44 yards down to the 20-yard line. Drive would lead to a Josh Brown field goal. Bengals would take the 16-14 lead. Ravens get the ball back. Taylor's pass for Ed Dixon, picked off by Carlos Dunlap. Return for a 14-yard touchdown. Bengals go on to win it by the final of 23-17.
Game 1 here on Sunday of Wild Card Weekend. Ray Lewis hugging Roger Goodell. Could be the final home game of his 17-year career.
Nothing else don't matter, man. But he's done it today. That's what loyalty is. Loyalty is going inside your heart and find out who you really are. Make sure you look at your teammates today and you come out and you give pure hell today. This team ain't ready for us. Let's prove that they ain't ready for us.
Colts head coach Chuck Pagano returning. He's the recent defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens. Used to coach Ray Lewis in an emotional, meaningful pregame ritual there for Ray Lewis. Again, quite possibly the final home game of his Raven career. And
right, as you mentioned, look at Ed Reed and Chuck Pagano. So much emotion on both sides of the football. 2 great stories.
And no one ever had a chance to see that opening by Ray Lewis or be in that stadium when it's happening. Electrifying. Electrifying.
And Clyde Christensen calling the plays today for the Colts. Bruce Arians in the hospital.
And the Baltimore Ravens came after Andrew Luck today. Lots of blitzes. They started early and they lasted most of the afternoon.
And Ray Rice putting it on the turf right there. Marshall Yanda comes up with it for the Ravens, but officials say that Lawrence Guy actually recovered it for the Colts.
And they got it wrong.
Yeah.
They got this wrong because Yanda actually does come up with it. Guy does not possess the football, loses it, as you see right there. And ultimately, the call was right because the official decided he thought a Colts player had possession of the football. But
so the Colts take over, and that's Ray Lewis shooting the gap, bringing down Vic Ballard for a 1-yard loss.
One thing you can talk about a guy that might be rusty, but one thing you don't lose as a football player is instincts. Ray Lewis has some of the best instincts to ever play this game.
12 plays later, 3rd and 5, ball comes out. Pressured and sacked by Paul Kruger, and he fumbles. Pernell McPhee comes up with it for Baltimore.
Yeah, that was the game plan today. Bring the heats, at the rookie quarterback and see if he could handle it.
Hey, Flacco tried to get that Vontae Davis. He couldn't catch it.
You know, and this was the tail of the game. A lot of missed opportunities.
Both teams.
By both sides, yeah. A lot of chances for plays that guys did not capitalize on.
Joe Flacco made some nice throws today. First down and 10 on the next drive with time and looking for Torrey Smith. Got him. Good catch.
I'll tell you what, Joe Flacco is, some of it is very, very good. Some of it you just scratch your head, but you just don't know which guy you're going to get on any given Sunday.
Well, Sandon Doss could have caught that ball back at the end zone.
It plays like that your receivers need to help you out. You know, that's not seen in the score sheet to say, you know, a guy make a great catch, you know, goes as a catch for the
There's another
receiver.
opportunity, as you talked earlier, Darren. Ray Lewis with an opportunity, with an interception, his last home game.
He wanted that.
Just probably trying a little too hard.
Isn't it funny how the ball finds guys, certain guys on the football field?
Luck then finding his rookie tight end, one of his rookie tight ends, Dwayne Allen, breaks Adrian Hamilton's tackle, picks up 22 yards.
Now, the arrow's pointing up for this offense, filled with rookies that are all playing quite well. Once again, you see the pressure coming, blitzes from all over the field today.
Sacked by Paul Kruger and Corey Graham, led to a field goal to tie at 3. Joe Flacco just buying himself enough time and finding a lane there to get it to Ray Rice.
And Ray does the rest.
Yeah, I want to see them use Ray more in this type of situation. Screen passes, little short passes, give him the ball, and let him do what he does.
To the 2-yard line. First and goal. Give it to the fullback, Vontae Leach. Powers his way into the end zone. Ravens up 10-3.
That was a big score before halftime. Putting Baltimore up. Vontae Leach, unsung hero.
Banged up.
Yeah.
Out there performing.
Tough guy.
Look at the play here by Andrew Luck to Reggie Wayne. 20 yards down to the Ravens 43.
Well, this is what they've majored in all season long. Quality drives with pressure coming. This one's not going to go so well. That ball doesn't reach the line of scrimmage, so you're going to get grounding.
Pressure there by Daniel Ellerby, forcing that penalty, pushing the Colts back to their own 41. Now, Andrew Luck making a big play here, stepping up. Tough throw across his body to T.Y. Hilton. Good pivot and a little sprint down the side to put him in field goal range.
3rd and 26.
Yeah, but this is a little premature to talk about next week, but that's not a good sign for this Baltimore defense, because the next guy they're going to play will do that each and every play.
You talked about a huge lift for the Ravens to score that touchdown. This is a huge lift as well for the Indianapolis Colts to draw within 4 going into the 3rd quarter.
52 yards. That was a postseason career long for Vinatieri. And Paul Kruger spent a lot of time in the backfield of the Colts today.
Yes, he did. Looked like he got a bit of a head start right there, but no flag.
They've been trying to get pressure on the quarterback. Terrell Suggs a little banged up. Paul Kruger provided that today.
Ensuing Ravens drive. This is 2nd down and 6. Flacco putting it in really the perfect spot, but still a great catch by Anquan Bolden.
They had something going on. Anquan Bolden, no catches in the first half. Second half had at least 5 catches for well over 100 yards. That's just a beautiful throw and catch. Joe Flacco saved his best football for the second half of this game.
That was Bolden beating Cassius Vaughn on the double move. Another play from Joe Flacco, stepping it up. Dump it off to Dennis Pitta. He finds his way into the end zone, and the Ravens find themselves leading by 11.
And again, you're saying to yourself, Joe Flacco doing nice things. Maybe he is that $100 million quarterback.
Maybe.
Earning himself some money here.
3rd and 2. Andrew Luck buying time and finding a way to get 6 yards for a first to the Baltimore 43. 3 plays later, another 3rd down. This time 3rd and 2 again. Wants his rookie running back, Vic Ballard. He's got him. He's got just enough. Picks up 3 yards for a first down to the Baltimore 32.
I'm telling you, there's a lot to work with going forward on this Colts offense.
Future's very bright.
A little high and behind Reggie Wayne, but still he had a chance at it.
Yeah, Reggie was a little bit upset at Andrew. Andrew know he missed this pass because it's a quick pass. The hot route threw it a little bit high and behind Reggie Wayne.
Field goal made it 17-6 on the sideline there with the man calling the plays today. That's Clyde Christensen with Bruce Arians in the hospital with a sickness. 4th quarter now, Ray Rice. A little patience off the left side, and there he goes, 18 yards.
Yeah, one thing you have to be careful of when you're a running back and you break into the open field and you start to shake and bake, make sure, and you know, as guys chasing from behind, you always have to protect that football. Something that we have not seen Ray Rice do this season with only 1 fumble
in the regular season.
Year, but he had 2 today, 2 big ones too.
Pat Angerer recovers. Next Colts drive. Luck to Wayne for 19 yards on 2nd and 6.
Colts got to get the ball in the end zone. Kicking field goals is not going to get you playoff victories on the road.
3rd down and 9, that's not going to help either. Donnie Avery can't come up with it.
And this is the sign of a young team. The drops, the drop passes, not making the right decisions is something that a young team is going to do. But a good learning experience for them.
From 40 yards out, I was kind of waiting for that one to draw in. It just stayed straight. And Vinatieri misses from 40. Ray Rice relieved. Next Baltimore drive. Bernard Pierce in the clear. 43 yards later, he's at the Colts 18.
It's always amazing this time of year you start to see a guy you never heard of, a young running back, start to play his best football.
And an older wide receiver playing very well for the Ravens, Anquan Bolden. What do they teach you? Go up and get it at its highest point?
Go up and catch it at its highest point. He is so strong, too. You'll see Butler gets an arm in there. And great concentration and strength. Did a nice job creating some space on the route. Joe Flacco put it up there, gave his receiver a chance to catch the football, and Ray's got something to dance about.
And Bolden, all 5 of his catches for $145 and a touchdown in the second half. And that one picked off Kerry Williams. There he goes.
You knew it was going to come. I mean, 50 pass attempts?
Yeah, close to 50. They were pressing the issue. They're trailing at this point.
A blitzing defense. Sooner or later, you know it was going to be a play was going to be made by this Baltimore Raven defense.
Ray Lewis,
the best of all time.
Emotional.
Folks at home, appreciate this. DVR recorded. One of the best football players you will ever see.
Now I will suggest
cherish his time.
That the Ravens get yourself some rest right now because you're going to Denver, and that team's going to put up a little bit better fight than the one you got from the Colts today.
Treated us to something special. Would it be the final day of Ray Lewis's career? Out in the Denver chill, just 13 degrees of kick. Peyton Manning slipping on the isotoners. He's wearing gloves out there.
Don't blame him.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Ravens punt, opening drive. Here comes Trindon Holiday. 5'6", and he is coming up big.
Holiday, hey. Oh, yeah, Holiday. This kid here is a playmaker. I can't understand the Baltimore Ravens. Everybody migrated to the right side of the field and leaving the whole outside wide open for Holiday.
Longest punt return in playoff history.
Look at all the bodies of the Ravens. You only have one guy to outrun. Then now, when you're able to see the paint, baby, get the band fired up.
And how about Peyton Manning? Look, he's jumping for joy. He's like, I don't have to play today.
I want to go out there and see Ray Lewis right now.
Ensuing kickoff, it's the AFC Pro Bowl returner, Jacoby What's going on here?
Little nervous.
Okay, so 3 plays later, Joe Flacco. This tested Ravens on 3rd and 8. Flacco to Tandon Doss. Incomplete, but Tony Carter called for pass interference.
You know, that was great play. That was a great play.
I agree.
He just cut the route off, ran him out of bounds. Great play.
Great throw and catch here. Flacco to Torrey Smith, beating Champ Bailey, who had one of the worst days of his career.
One of the worst. It's probably the worst I've ever seen, and it didn't stop here, folks. This was just the beginning.
Smith held to just 1 catch in their first meeting. Toasts the future Hall of Famer on this one.
Cornerbacks, when the receiver knocks that hand off of you, it takes your inside shoulder and you pause for a second, and he's able to gain ground, especially a guy that can run like Torrey Smith.
How would the gloves treat Peyton on this first throw behind Demaryius Thomas?
A little shaky at first, but he snapped out of it eventually. Definitely he was getting used to it. You saw him constantly fidgeting with him.
Here, intended for Decker, tipped and picked by Corey Graham. So the Ravens put up 14 points in 42 seconds.
I don't care what you say, Dion. That was pass interference,
and
buddy.
you know what? I'm sitting up here thinking, that was a great play. Now, okay, I have a right to the ball just like you have a right to the ball.
Not a right to his left arm, though.
At this point, I'm saying, here we go with Peyton Manning inconsistencies in cold weather.
Here we go. Peyton on 3rd and 7. Look at the catch and run by Jacob Tammy.
Hey, great catch. Folks at home, you do not realize how hard this is for a big guy to bend his body, scoop that ball off the turf.
Then on 3rd and 8, look at the catch by Brandon Stokely, the former Raven, gets a knee down.
And the throw,
right on the money. Game plan play, a little out and up. Stokely is still one of the best to do it in the game.
In that slot, I'm telling you, you can argue Welker. I'm not sure anybody else gets it done like he does.
Some Wes Welker.
I know you do.
We are tied at 14 after the first 15 minutes. Second quarter, Flacco looking for Torrey Smith again, and look who gets beat again. It's the 12-time Pro Bowler Champ Bailey, but this one, a little too low.
You know, that reminds me of the game in Houston versus Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you cannot miss those type of plays in a playoff setting.
Well, here, Manning does not miss it to Decker for 32 yards. We're in the red zone. We're moving the chains, and we got another first down for Denver.
I like these big wide receivers, breaking tackles, finishing runs.
Next play, Manning to his running back, Noshawn Moreno, who beats Donnell Ellerbe, his former college teammate.
How many times do you see that? A stop and go on a linebacker versus a running back. Game plan play, great game planning by the Denver Broncos.
I love it.
Moreno hurt his knee. He would not play in the second half, but that put Denver up by a touchdown. Next Broncos possession. Matt Prater from 52 yards out.
Looked like my golf swing.
Well, better yet, we've got a shot of Heath Evans' golf swing. Look at the 9-iron here. We call that a little fat.
How do you do that? And that's all you do.
I don't know. It looked like his plant foot was too high, too far away from the ball. A lot of things were wrong.
So the Ravens trying to put points on the board in the waning seconds, and it's Smith again. Look at the adjustment.
My goodness. Let me tell you something. It's not too many players could make this play. Champ Bailey had great coverage.
Yes.
This was just a great play. You can't cover a man better than that.
And who's loving it? Sugar. We're tied at 21 at recess. Third quarter opening kickoff. It's Mighty Mite, Trendon Holiday.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Holiday.
104 yards. He's the first player ever with a punt and a kickoff return for a score in playoff history.
Hey, that man.
And as you mentioned, John, well, first of all, nobody's back from the set. They're all getting their hot cocoa.
They're all trying to warm up.
They're cold.
John Harbaugh, remember, former special teams coach?
Yes.
As Peyton's loving it. Harbaugh's thinking to himself, wait a second, this is not what I taught. Now, Ray Lewis getting that digit looked at.
Those knuckles hurt.
It'll go down.
He's got a toe that looks like that.
You put a ring on that thing, I bet it'll go down.
Yeah, still managed to get 17 tackles on this day. Then Manning has the ball stripped. Of course, they review all turnovers. They get another look at it, and Paul Kruger's fumble recovery is upheld.
Should have been.
Yeah, good call. Good call. That one hurt that team, though.
Ensuing Baltimore drive, here comes Ray Rice. 30 carries, $131 on this day.
That was one of his better runs. I felt as though Ray Rice ran the ball all day, not wanting to fumble.
Yeah.
Not really aggressive.
A little hesitant at times, but
very
you know what?
hesitant.
You love the 130 yards, and you love that Caldwell got him involved because he is still the key to this offense.
He is pumped up after scoring from a yard out. We're tied at 28, and Peyton's got to go back to work.
They didn't like that mile-high salute, though, Chris.
Peyton to Joel Dreesen. And then we've got a little unnecessary roughness on Jackie Brown.
Horrendous call. I do not understand it. They're turning this game into a real soft heart. Look at it.
It's a shoulder hit.
It's a shoulder.
Listen, I'm an offensive guy. That shouldn't have been a penalty.
3 plays later, Manning, Demaryius Thomas, no, but you see the late flag. It's called on Kerry Williams for holding.
It was not holding. He did not impede his route. This is the route that Heath and I don't agree with.
Look at holding.
The shoulders just touched it. The shoulders just, he just has his hand rested gently on the shoulder. It did not impede the route. The receiver dropped the ball.
That was a horse collar tackle, Dion.
3 plays later, Manning to Demaryius Thomas makes the great cut and gets away from Ray Lewis, and he is into the end zone, and Denver has a 35-28 lead.
This is what makes Peyton Manning so great. He's audible. This was an audible at the line of scrimmage, something that he saw. It's like having another coach on the field.
Capping a 10-play, 88-yard drive. Here comes Baltimore now on 3rd and 7. Flacco to Anquan Bolden, a team-high 6 grabs for 71 yards there near midfield. 4 plays later, 3rd and 5, Flacco. Buying time, Jacoby Joe. Oh!
Gotta have that, Jacoby. You gotta have that, baby.
For him right there, Dion. After what he went through last offseason.
After a Baltimore timeout, 4th and 5, they're going for it. Flacco to Dennis Pitta, and knocked away nicely by Mike Adams.
I didn't like his selection of receivers that time. I really did.
So now Denver on 3rd and 8. Couple first downs. They're salting it away. Ronnie Hillman played very well. 83 yards for the rookie, but stopped shy of the first down. So the Ravens force a punt. Flacco now with 40 ticks to go. 3rd and 3, just launches it downfield. Jacoby Jones somehow gets behind Raheem Moore for the 70-yard touch. Blow that kiss. We are tied at 35.
I want to see him dance, actually.
How in the world does this happen?
This is the problem right here. 3rd and 3. The cornerback is playing cover 2. He knows he has safety help over top. Raheem Moore backpedals and not opening his hip and get to the deepest point, and he falls on the play. 31
seconds left in regulation. The Broncos with 2 timeouts and arguably the greatest quarterback ever take a knee. We'll get to that in just a minute. So we're headed to overtime. Remember, each team gets a possession as long as the team that gets it first, in this case Baltimore, doesn't score a touchdown. On 3rd and 4, Flacco incomplete. intended for Torrey Smith, but guess what? A flag on Champ Bailey.
Throw the ball to Anquan Bolden. I don't believe that flag. I don't think that was a good call.
I agree with you on that one.
I think that was just a great play by Champ Bailey. When you don't see the receiver get up complaining, that means it was right.
So with Peyton trying to get loose on the sidelines, Flacco really stayed pretty clean on this day. Von Miller, Elvis Dumerville get the only sack for the team that led the NFL in sacks.
Throw the ball to
That was because of the DBs. DBs doing their job helped that.
Now Denver on 3rd and 1, they give it to Jacob Hester. He gets stuffed by T. Sizzle.
Sizzle for shizzle.
So Baltimore gets the punt back. Flacco almost picked here by Mike Adams, who is out of bounds.
Tap your toes, find a way.
Next play, after a delay of game, it's 3rd and 13, and Flacco, who became the first quarterback this season to throw for more than 300 yards against Denver, 24 yards to Pitta, and a first down. 3 plays later, it's 3rd and 3. Flacco to Bolden, nearly picked by Chris Harris, so Baltimore would punt.
Great play. Great play by Harris.
So here comes Denver. Peyton Manning, 48 career game-winning drives on his resume. Flushed, and he wishes he had it back. Looking for Stokely, finds Corey Graham.
Cardinal sin against his body. Even the great ones do it. You see Stokely, 14, right there in the middle of your screen. That's his guy on 3rd down. Pressure situations, forced it.
So you figure 1 first down, Baltimore's in field goal range, and here comes Ray Rice up the middle for 11 yards, gets a big push from Marshall Yanda, the Pro Bowler.
Which got him the first down.
Yes.
Now on to the second overtime, the first one in the NFL in 9 playoff seasons. It's Justin Tucker from 47 to win it. The rookie out of Texas, and Baltimore continues its dance. It is not over yet for Ray Lewis. Hugs and kisses on the sidelines and on the field in an amazing, amazing game that was tied 5 times. There were 4 lead changes. No team ever led by more than 7 points. And now Baltimore is off to the AFC title game for the 3rd time in the last 5 years, while Denver's 11-game winning streak is over.
AFC Championship game in Gillette, prior to which we saw Bob Kraft making pizzas in the parking lot.
That's a good man right there. I like him, man.
A windy day in Foxborough after Jim had made it.
Hey, Jim, congratulations. You did it. You're a great coach.
So it's up to John to make this a brotherly love Super Bowl, as Ray Lewis is, as we all know, on a game-by-game basis right now. That was him during the national anthem. First drive of the game, 2 minutes into the game. Tom Brady on 3rd and short, going over the middle. Wes Welker.
These are opportunities you cannot miss in a game of this magnitude. I know the wind had a little something to do with the pass play, but you can't miss those opportunities.
So next play, 4th and 2, going to punt, but that's Ryan Mallett. That's the backup quarterback now. Is this like a Tebow situation?
Hold on, wait a minute.
Is this the Tebow package they're running? No, it's just something I guess to have the Ravens call timeout. They made him burn a timeout. A fake punt. The genius at work right there. Nice. Fake punt. So they finally punt it away. The Ravens punt it back. Patriots' second possession of the game. Now on the plus side of the field, Brady over the middle. That is a nice grab by Brandon Lloyd in his AFC Championship game appearance, first for the Patriots. Now 3 plays later, we're quick snapping everybody. There's Stephen Ridley. Stopped on 3rd and short.
Ravens' run defense was pretty good today. I mean, they did a great job. Gave up a couple of big runs, but for the most part, they contained the fast break run game.
Stephen Gostkowski with the field goal, and then the Ravens get the ball back, and on 3rd and long, Aqib Talib pulls up lane. This was the last play of the game for him, Dion. It was a different situation after this.
It seems as he pulled a hamstring, and that happens sometime late in the season when you're not used to bursting like that.
So the Talib was done for the day. Second quarter in this game, it is still 3-0. Mere seconds into the second quarter, Joe Flacco over the middle to Dennis Pitta.
They found Pitta a couple times over the middle. The cornerbacks outside would not let the receivers off that jam. But Pitta got a
big 3rd down conversion. 6 plays later, Flacco to Torrey Smith over the middle.
Just look at how he's driving the ball through the wind. I mean, he was throwing some balls extremely hard.
4 plays later, Ray Rice running. Touchdown.
That was a Marshall Faulk type cut. 1-on-1 in the hole. Linebacker has to make that play.
13 plays, 90 yards, 551. Patrick Chung is down. That's half the secondary that is now injured for the Patriots right now. Patriots back on offense on the plus side of the field. Here's Wes Welker off the screen.
Love to meet some of us.
24 yards into the red zone. 4 plays later, it's 3rd and goal. 10th play of the drive. And what do they do here, Michael?
Man, they have some beautifully designed plays the Patriots did all day long. And right here, it's another beautifully designed play. They pick Wes Welker right there in the corner for the touchdown. Great job.
Awkward high fives all around with Gronkowski in the owner's box right there. So the Patriots answer right back. They're up by 3. And then Flacco taken down by Rob Ninkovich, who has come on strong in late weeks. Ravens forced to punt. Patriots next possession. 2 minutes left in the half. Normally this is Brady time, and here he is picking him up, putting him down, and he's runs into the umpire. At least he didn't butt fumble there.
It cost him at least 2 yards.
Yeah, you got to hit the ball.
Buck 26 to go in the half. 3rd and 3. Danny Woodhead. It's Woodhead for 2 yards. Woodhead for 2 yards.
Theismann Woodhead did a great job there, Joe.
Going for it on 4th and 1, and this is the situation of football that the Patriots do so well. Just a practice play where direct snappage to Woodhead. Moving the chains.
That was a good play, man.
It was a good play, good way, because Baltimore, like Marshall said, they were playing the run. You had to try other things to get that ball moving.
34 ticks to go, 3rd and 10 on the Ravens 27. Brady to Aaron Hernandez, 17 yards. On Paul Kruger, that's an easy gimme matchup for the Patriots there.
I mean, you flush Brady outside the pocket, but you forced him right into where he wanted to throw the ball anyway.
26 ticks to go on 1st and goal. Brady rolling out here. He slides down, and as you can see here,
that should have been a penalty.
The clock. Normally, the Patriots are far better in these situations where they either get up to quickly spike it or call timeout. Instead, they don't quick spike it. They finally do call timeout, but with not enough time left to run another play in the half.
That was Tom being greedy. You spike it, you try to score. He wanted both of those downs. He wanted an attempt on 2nd and an attempt on 3rd to score the touchdown.
Instead, it's just a field goal they settled for. Up 6 in the second half now after the Ravens can't score in their first possession. 3rd and 7. A big Welker drop.
Big drop by Wes Welker.
Now, they were hitting these guys all day, and you knew the effects of all day being hit will take its toll.
Well, after that drop, Old Mo put on a purple helmet as Dennis Pitta moves the chains here on 2nd and 10. 2 plays later, Flacco to Ray Rice running. Ravens from Rutgers. First down. Aqib Talib can only sit there and watch, trying to stay warm as 5 plays later, 1st and goal. 9th play of the drive, Flacco to Dennis Pitta. Look out. Gerard Mayo decleats him. No flag.
Yeah.
It's a clean hit.
That's bang, bang. That's defenseless receiver.
And he led with his shoulder.
No penalties called. We got a lot of tweets saying that Bernard Pollard did that there, big flag. Anyway, no worse than whereas the Ravens do score. Dennis Pitta right there. Flacco to Pitta. Touchdown. Flacco and the Ravens take the lead.
And those are perfect plays. A lot of talk about Flacco. Is he elite? That's an elite type of a throw.
Well, he's sneaky elite.
This one right
sneaky
here.
elite. What about that throw to Torrey Smith getting the ball back still up 1?
Man.
Now with 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter, 3rd and 2. This young man, Bernard Pierce, has come on strong, Marshall.
Great change of pace back. And I always say this, until I get to see him play every down, when Ray Rice leaves the game, the defense, they take a deep breath.
And that's a first down right there. We're now in the 4th quarter. Ravens start the 4th quarter. First play of the 4th quarter from inside the 5. Flacco to Anquan Bolden.
Come in, man.
You ever talked about T going out and when will it show up? It started showing up because Flacco was putting that ball in the air and Anquan snatched it down.
8-point lead for the Ravens. What will the Patriots do? Here's Stephen Ridley. And would you believe it? The man that blew up Tom Brady and Wes Welker's knee blows up Stephen Ridley on that play. Bernard Pollard, and just before his butt hits the turf, the ball comes loose on his own knee. That is a fumble. Play stood as called. Ridley done for the day. Ravens get the ball on the turnover, and what do they do with that turnover? Flacco right to Torrey Smith again.
Man, you got to respect Torrey Smith's speed. You must respect his speed.
And you've got to respect Joe Flacco's speed. He's escaping. You got to contain.
Rich people forget that Joe Flacco is a mobile quarterback.
14 yards, 2 plays later, 4th play of this drive. It's Flacco.
Did you say rich people or rich
to
people?
Anquan Bolden again.
Michael, that was one of those throws you were talking about.
I
Flacco,
trust you.
Exactly.
I trust you.
Make a play for me.
Don't worry about it. I may not need to throw this, but get this ball anyway, and he did.
It's a 15-point lead. Brady throwing this one to the sideline of Brandon Lloyd for 12 yards. yards, moving the chains, now inside the red zone. Brady, Shane Vereen drops it.
I'd be scared too after watching somebody just get knocked out. I'd be a little afraid too to catch that ball.
So now here's Brady with 8.5 to go in the game, having to go for it from inside the red zone for a touchdown. And Brady thinks about running for it.
You run right there.
Can't pick it up with his feet, throws it, and it's incomplete.
That play has been
right
Brady
there,
has
never outrun anybody in his life.
Not at least 360.
But talking about the Ravens, they threw the ball twice in the next set of downs, only took 1 single minute off the clock. Give the ball back to Tom Brady with 7.5 to go, and he's quenching his thirst. And now he's finding Wes Welker wide open over the middle. And looky here. Here come the Patriots right back on the cusp of the red zone, just like that. But would you believe,
Great move by Welker.
Next play, Brady throwing over the middle. It is a tip ball by Pernell McPhee right to Darren Ellerby, and I am a rhyming fool. Take a look at the play that essentially ends the last best hope for the Patriots, down 15.
And when you see the Patriots play bad, things like this happen in games. It happened against Buffalo at times. Just the unlucky things of the game that normally don't happen to the Patriots, they happen today.
And then the Ravens ran out the clock. Here's Vontae Leach up the middle. So Patriots would begin to burn timeouts.
They're just physical, man. They were just physical. They are physical. The Patriots right here.
And Ray Lewis will not go gently into that good New England night. They come back and avenge last year's AFC Championship game loss. Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl quarterback. Steve Bisciotti is a Super Bowl owner of the Baltimore Ravens. One went away from getting his first title as the full-fledged owner of the Baltimore Ravens, hugging Ray Lewis, who has a chance to go off into retirement a la Elway, a la the Bus, a la Strahan, with a Super Bowl victory. The Baltimore Ravens are champions of the American Football Conference, handing the New England Patriots their very first ever home loss in AFC Championship game history. Here is how it all went down on Super Sunday. John and Jim Harbaugh exchanging pleasantries before the game. Jack and Jackie Harbaugh, mom and dad and mom watching the game high above the stadium. Ray Lewis reacting to the emotional America the Beautiful with the Sandy Hook Elementary School's choir performing. And Colin Kaepernick got the ball first as the Ravens deferred. And what ended up happening was they stopped the 49ers and Kaepernick, then got the ball, matriculated it down the field, and on third down and offsides gave the Ravens another shot at third down inside the red zone. And this time Flacco did not miss. Anquan Bolden right there.
This was a great route. The linebacker thought he was coming underneath. He's kept it straight up the field. Great route, great throw.
Ravens draw first blood, 7-0. Next Niners possession. Kaepernick on 2nd and 11. Michael Crabtree, nice catch and run.
That is a nice catch and run by Crabtree. Crabtree made some plays, had a big drop today.
And on
they
Ray
were
Lewis.
attacking Ray Lewis over the middle of the field right there. That's just the starter. Vernon Davis attacked him. Crabtree attacked him.
And here's the aforementioned Vernon Davis attacking. A wide open Vernon Davis streaking inside the 10-yard line, 24-yard gain. And Ed Reed appears to have injured his knee. He said afterwards that he sprained his MCL on this play.
He did, but the Ed Reed I know was not going to come out of that game.
Certainly not in his hometown stadium. 2nd and goal. Kaepernick flings it, and it goes off of Crabtree's hands and almost into the hands of Randy Moss. So the Niners on 3rd and goal now. Paul Kruger making a big play. So a big defensive stop for the Ravens in the red zone. San Francisco, they've been getting touchdowns in those situations.
This game is all about third downs, and you have to convert third downs in big games.
They have to settle for a field goal. Speaking of converting third downs, looked like Flacco was throwing this away, but the first wow play of the game, Flacco to Anquan Bolden right there, a 30-yard reception. 3 plays later, 3rd and 13, Flacco is sacked. So the Niners with a big play right there, as Baltimore has to punt in this situation, keeping it 7-3, and that's how the Harbaugh brothers reacted to that single play. Let's go to the second quarter now. Next Niners possession. It's still 7-3 Baltimore. 5th play of this drive, right outside the Ravens red zone, and LaMichael James with the big first turnover of the night.
Count him, Rich. That's the second mistake right there. You have a penalty, that leads to a touchdown, and now you have a turnover on a key possession when you're about to go in.
Courtney Upshaw creates the fumble. Arthur Jones recovers it. Yes, Jim, that was very difficult for him to believe right there as Tom Rathman speaks to one of his charges. So what would the Ravens do with the first turnover of the night? They would move it down the field. Ed Dixon with a nice juggle grab on Terrell Brown. 2 plays later at the 22, Flacco for Dixon again, and Dante Whitner grabs him by the face mask, so lots of laundry comes out on the field to move it half the distance to the goal. That would be the 4-yard line. And then 2 plays later, Flacco to Dennis Pitta in the end zone to convert the turnover into 7 points.
This was a great throw by Flacco right here, and a great route by Pitta. Looked like Pitta fooled everybody like he was going to the corner and hooked right back up, and a dart by Flacco for the touchdown.
So it's 14-3 now. Next Niners possession. Colin Kaepernick makes a mistake we haven't seen since his first possession at the postseason.
Yeah, he's been pretty good with the football, Rich. I mean, right here, that ball just sailed on him.
Yeah, I don't like to, Marshall, I would like to have seen Randy Moss at least jump up for that ball to kind of distract Ed Reed there.
He wasn't close to that ball, Mike. I know what you're saying, but that thing was even close.
I mean, then hats were thrown, helmets come off. Bottom line is, that was Ed Reed's 9th career postseason interception, ties him for most all-time in that department. And then what a big surprise this was, the aforementioned first ever fake field goal in Super Bowl history, but Justin Tucker on 4th and 9 comes up with just 8. So instead of going up by 2 touchdowns, it's still 14-3.
I was okay. Go ahead.
One great player away from that play working. Had not it been Patrick Willis, that play would have been successful.
Great job of Patrick Willis.
Instead, keep that in your mind's eye as Kaepernick almost throws a pick 6 there with his back against his own goal line, and the Ravens got the ball back in quality field position right around midfield, 3rd and 10 with less than 2 minutes to go. First play after the 2-minute warning. Flacco to Jacoby Jones, wide open.
Great pocket presence. You see Flacco's footwork. He's not known as a real mobile quarterback, but he has great pocket presence. He stepped up in the pocket and delivered a nice ball.
Great 4-pump by Jacoby Jones right
And he was not done in the big play department on the night, as this was a 21-3 lead for the Ravens, and the Ravens getting the ball first in the second half. That would be huge for the Niners to get at least a field goal before the half, which they did. Beyonce came out. She was spectacular. 21-6 is your score. Here is the opening kick after the Beyonce concert, and it's Jacoby Jones, 8 yards deep in the end zone, bursting free, and he is gone.
He's thinking about his dance right now. He's thinking about he's like, y'all, stay back.
Sugar. That's what Sugar had just rubbed the hands on him.
You did the Sugar Ray Squirrel right there. 28-6, longest kick return in Super Bowl history, tying his own mark of the longest kick return in history of any game, regular season or postseason. And everybody on the Ravens bench loves it, and Jim Harbaugh is bumming not away. He wanted to start the second half. But over to the next possession, the 49ers have 2 plays into it.
Turn out
the lights go out.
Somebody put a plug.
And light a can.
35-minute power outage delay.
Somebody calling Buffalo Wild Wings.
And Jerome Boger, the referee, talking to some officials, and basically everybody just chilling.
Rich, that's what happens when Beyonce leaves the field.
Yeah, she took all the energy with her out of the building. And John, everyone, the wave starts going, and everybody's trying to remain calm and trying to stay focused.
And the crowd handled it well, Rich.
Well, yeah, nobody
they handled it well.
Absolutely well.
What else they gonna do?
28-6 is your score after the power outage. Here comes Kaepernick to Vernon Davis right there to the Ravens' 31-yard line, and then Kaepernick throwing to Michael Crabtree, and Bernard Pollard and Kerry Williams just bounce off of him. They don't wrap up, and it's a 28-13 game, and the energy now was restored to the crowd.
And right there, you saw the rhythm that Kaepernick got into, and the plays were called, and they just started making plays.
And the defense got into rhythm too, as Ahmad Brooks on a blitz. They brought an extra rusher, which they really don't do too often. That's an 8-yard loss, a 3-and-out for the Ravens offense. Next play, Ravens punting. It was a sort of a knuckleball out of Sam Cook, and then Ted Ginn takes that 32 yards. Suddenly now, the Niners are setting up shop in the red zone. And 2 plays later, they're inside the 10 at the 6 of the Ravens, to be specific. And what a neat, designed, and executed play this is.
Man, I mean, they really sealed the edge, got a good chop block.
on Ed Reed, and it was a race to the corner between Frank Gore
and I guess that's
and Ray Lewis.
That's Gore Kaepernicking there, and Haloti Ngata hurt his knee on this play as they blew everybody up on this play on the offensive line, and Delaney Walker, and that would be it for Haloti Ngata's night, and that's a huge
big-time
loss
huge loss
on that
huge
defensive
loss.
line. Next, Ravens possession, Ray Rice, row.
Just a great play by the defensive back right there. Got his hands right on the ball as Ray Rice tried to stiff arm him and got that ball out.
And that's Terrell Brown with the knocked loose, and he recovered it himself. The third lost fumble of the postseason for Ray Rice, who rarely does that at any time of his career. And now David Akers comes out as they're forced to settle for a field goal, and there's a little bit of the yips that we've seen out of David Akers of late, except for the fact that Chikey Brown is called for running into the kicker.
I don't know about that, man.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
Did he hit him?
No.
Did he touch him?
That was some good action.
Great action. Yeah.
So now it's another shot for Akers, and this is a mulligan, or player B, as I like to call myself in the golf course. And player B is usually better than player A.
Always.
And that one was going through the uprights, and it's a 5-point game all of a sudden. Ravens next possession, third down. Big play here as Flacco finds Bolden, who gets some serious yak. 30-yard gain.
What a physical player
It's a
he
grown
is,
man. Somebody daddy out there.
He runs into you and makes plays.
Over 1 hour, the nuttiest third quarter in Super Bowl history took us to the fourth. And in the fourth on third and goal, Flacco buying time with his legs, throws it out of bounds.
Listen,
they have to settle for the field goal
I know
here.
Flacco wasn't elite until after this game, but that's a penalty.
Getting hit right there.
He hit Brady or Manning like that.
That is a penalty.
They might have ejected him.
So the Ravens settle for the field goal, and they're up by 8 again. Next to Niners possession, there's Randy Moss, 32-yard gain. Next play at 39, the inconvenient truth running downhill for a run that is as far as his number on his back, 21 yards. 2 plays later, 2nd and 7 inside the red zone, and Colin Kaepernick sets the record for the longest touchdown run by a quarterback in Super Bowl history, previously held by Joe Montana. Touchdown, Colin Kaepernick. Is a 2-point game.
Sap called that.
And on the 2-point conversion, Kaepernick looking for Randy Moss. What do you think of this?
I don't know about this. I mean, if you're going to throw to Randy, let's throw a fade.
So
you know it's let's throw a fade.
It's 31-29.
Not a slant.
What do the Ravens do now with 8:30 to go in the Super Bowl? Flacco to Torrey Smith, but it's pass interference on Chris Culliver.
That kid played hard all night.
Yes, he did.
He played hard. I got a lot of respect for him.
3 plays later, after Jim Harbaugh challenged a Bolden catch, making it 3rd and short. How about that call on 3rd and inches?
Flacco said they had a pitch play, a pitch, or the pass to Anquan Bolden. He went with the sure thing.
5 plays later, it's 3rd and short. This one they can't convert as Flacco can't find Dennis Pitta. They settle for the field goal to make it a 5-point game. And here comes Colin Kaepernick with 2 timeouts and 3 and change to go. Trying to drive him down the field, and he does that. And Michael Crabtree, 24-yard gain to the Ravens 40 next play.
Man, this kid can throw the ball, man.
Crabtree.
Man, he can throw the ball.
Here comes the inconvenient truth out of the pistol, 33-yard rumble.
There's so much deception in these plays. It creates creases, natural creases in defenses, and you can't do anything about it because they force you to get upfield.
Can the Niners pull the improbable comeback? 1st and goal. Michael James runs it into the line and takes it down to the 2-minute warning. Ravens have 3 timeouts left. Niners have 2 timeouts left. Next play, 2nd and goal from the Ravens 5. Kaepernick rolling right, looking for Michael Crabtree, and incomplete.
Man, Crabtree, I thought he should have run a little bit deeper into
Ravens
the end
corners,
zone and then come
they
back.
played pretty darn good tonight. They gave up a lot,
very tight,
but they didn't break.
Next play, 3rd and goal. Crabtree, $1:55 to go. Crabtree can't corral it, incomplete, and it's 4th down. 1:50 to go.
That was a play they were waiting on right there. They diagnosed that play, the Ravens did, and made that play well.
Kaepernick flinging it to Crabtree. Some contact, to say the least. It's a turnover on downs, no flags. What do you think of Jimmy Smith here, Dion? Is this a penalty or not?
No, that's a great play.
That's how they've been playing all night.
First of all, Crabtree initiated the contact because he wanted to push off and set him up for the back shoulder fade.
And Jim Harbaugh goes DEFCON 1 Bo Schembechler style right there. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed celebrating in the end zone, but what they need to finish this thing up is some quality play from their punter, Sam Cook. Oh yeah, take your time. This is how you take a safety, kids, when you want to win the Super Bowl. Textbook safety taking out of the punter right there. Taking it down to 4 seconds to go. And Cook with the punt. Ted Ginn tries to make something of it. And that wraps it up. The Baltimore Ravens win Super Bowl 47. The older brother, John, beats younger brother, Jim. Jack and Jackie Harbaugh, their long week is over, and Ray Lewis's long ride to another Lombardi Trophy ends in the New Orleans Superdome on the last game of his career. 34-31 is the final, with his 3 first-half touchdowns to give him 11 in this postseason, tying, not breaking Kurt Warner's mark, the one that he also holds with Joe Montana. That makes him the MVP, Joe Flacco, of Super Bowl 47.